Hello everyone, I'm Overhaul, and today we'll be discussing the end of the current arc in My Academia. The usual disclaimer at the beginning. I am not a kid-specific channel. Although it seems like my videos are aimed at a younger demographic, they are not. It's very likely I'll be either discussing things that are more mature or saying words that aren't really eh, nice to hear for younger generation. So if you're a child, I would seriously advise you not to watch this. Yes. So with that out of the way, let's begin with the video. So yeah, isn't it crazy how long it's been since I did my last My Academia video? I mean, what was it, like a couple of weeks, maybe a month or so? Who cares at the end of the day? So yeah, a lot of crazy shit has happened currently in My Academia. I mean, we have Shigaraki getting a bunch of quirks and being strong enough to in a quirkless way, defeat not only the number 10 pro hero, Dragoneer, or Ryuku, but also the number 1 hero, Endeavor. Endeavor is still kicking, but again, but with one punch, he sent him down crashing in Dragoneer and defeated her, with him being able to fight back. Then we have the army of high and Nomus, Gigatomakia on a rampage, and as far as we know, half the heroes dead. So saying that things were crazy in the last couple of weeks is an understatement. So today we're going to be talking about how could this arc end, per se. Now, before we get into it, let's also address some topics like, is this going to be the final arc? Is this going to be the pre-final arc of the story, or how would this go? No, I would not put any final arc or anything like that right now up in the air, because there's been no statement that I've heard about My Academia ending in a couple of chapters, or there being kind of a end point or something. Like, there has been none. And from what I heard, it seems like when manga stories are about to go to a close, they at least set a couple of volumes or a couple of chapters before the ending comes. I mean, Fire Force in chapter 207 and the ending page pretty much talked like, oh, pretty soon the final battle, the big fight will happen. And yet, we are still and right now we are in the middle of a battle between Begimaru and his master, something that had to be built up in a couple of chapters, with the fire company still divided, with Shu and Arrow still being who knows where, and we are not and we still have to hit the final battle with the White Clad. And it's been, I think, over 10 chapters, on 15 actually, since we got that statement. So I feel like, and then we also have Bleach and 7 Days Since. I wasn't around for Bleach, but I think there was actually a bunch of chapters before the series actually ended that the people found out about the series ending. I think it was a couple of weeks. Even I think the last couple of chapters were literally just saying how many more chapters, like one more to go or something. I'm not exactly sure. So yeah, and then we also have some things that I believe was saying how they are going in their final arc or the final part of the story or ending. I don't believe it was in the series itself. I think it was the one of the people working on it was mentioning it on other websites like Twitter or Facebook or a magazine or somewhere. I think it was something like, oh, it has only a couple of weeks left or something. I'm not sure. But to my knowledge, there's been no statement like that. So I feel like that's a safe bet to say that the series is not going to end in the next 30 chapters unless if they reveal it recently. So right now, I feel like there's no real way the series could end. So yeah. Now we got that out of the way, let's talk about how the story could end. Let's go through all the possibilities. Let's go with the one that, honest to God, is just debunking it quickly. The possibility of the heroes winning and the villains losing. Considering the odds we have right now for the heroes and villains, I really don't feel a way that anyone could write it in which the heroes can win without that being some kind of next level bullshit. I mean, let's really think about what we are doing right now. We have only a handful of heroes. In fact, we only have we only have a couple of powerful ones and a bunch of okay ones, like Manuel, Kastigiri, Rocklock, Native. I mean, we have those heroes. I mean, we have Aizawa, who is canceling Shiraki's quirk right now, but he's damaged in the leg, and in USJ incident, it's not like Aizawa was completely dominating Shigaraki. I mean, sure, the reason why Shigaraki defeated Aizawa was because of the higher normal, but he was doing pretty well against him for the most part. And then we have Gran Torino, who, yes, he's pretty powerful even for his age, but Endeavor is stronger than Gran Torino, and Shiraki only needed one punch, and he sent Endeavor so down into Ryukyu that she got defeated. Granted, she might rise up back, but I don't think she will. And Endeavor was almost completely defeated when he got punched by Shiraki, so I don't feel like he'll be much of a factor. And now Izuku and Bakugo are coming to charge right at him. And I do not believe that 45% Izuku and Bakugo, current power, is it enough to defeat Shigaraki? I do not. I mean, even though Shigaraki has his quirks cancelled, I feel like even now Endeavor could destroy Izuku and Bakugo, so I don't think that they'll be able to beat him. In fact, all I can see is that they're gonna give their best shot, but they're not gonna be defeating him. Maybe they're gonna wear and put every single attack they can at him, but it's not gonna take him down. If anything, he's gonna be like, wow, you two sure got strong. While he dusts himself off of the rubble. And even if you wanna excuse that, oh, there are other heroes coming, well, let's think about this. Right now, those other heroes coming are fighting Nomus, well, granted, near high-end Nomus. And I do believe they will stand out to be as intelligent as the Nomus that were previously fighting, but they are still near high-end Nomus. In fact, I think Uchiko said that the thing with the difference with them and the previous ones is that these guys were not testing phase, meaning they're not gonna be as intelligent as a regular high-end Nomu, but they are as strong, if not stronger, than the ones that have been fighting. And let me also remind you all that Nomu needs around, and I believe it was said somewhere around 11 hours or an hour, I think it was 11 hours, to stabilize. Meaning that every minute those high-end Nomus are alive and run around, they are stronger and stronger and stronger. And remember, that battle in the lab, it took all those heroes, it took all those advantages to take them down, and they were constantly adapting and becoming strong until the final wave of heroes to get beaten. And they only had a couple of minutes. I think it was something around, was it even I think it was it 5 minutes or something? It was a lot of time. So yeah, they are powerful beyond belief. So those higher Nomus are not near higher Nomus are not gonna go down easy. And also, the heroes who are fighting them right now From what I understand, or the way it seems to be looking, is that those Nomus are actually just like sidekicks and maybe third years from other schools. And how those heroes are not even like the cream of the crop. Like the cream of the crop, I believe, are with the first wave of heroes, as well as the ones who attack the villain mansion. And also these heroes, even if they are powerful, even if there are some powerful heroes left, these heroes are the ones who don't need to touch the ground to fight. Because in the other set, anyone who doesn't need to touch the ground, come over here to fight. And I'm pretty sure that's pretty much what those guys are gonna be consistent of. People that can fly or levitate or some kind of that type of quirks. And they are currently fighting near high-end Nomus, where there seems to be a bunch of, about 9 of them. One of which being a flipping dog, and I know, and if you know, and considering the references that Hirkoshi was doing with All for One in the previous couple of chapters, and considering some dogs, in the demon world or the underworld, I think there is a very good possibility that that dog will grow an extra set of hands and start blasting everyone with fire. Just saying. Now, I believe in the last chapter we actually did see like a goofy looking near high-end Nomu that was basically just like a giant neck. Honestly, kind of felt like now I think about it. But let's not forget about it. Like just a giant neck and a bit of a hand on top with honestly pretty small hands and legs and a very in a very round body. I think he was stabbing one of the heroes. I think it was even said that 2 heroes broke through, two of the near hand moves again broke through. So we have that to deal with. If that one of them was the dog, I think, if I remember correctly. Yes, it was. And even if you ignore that, we still have Gigantomachia coming, and Gigantomachia is, from what we've seen, one of the strongest characters in the series. I mean, in fact, the only ones I could really consider stronger than him right now are Prime All Might, Prime All for One, current Shigaraki, and maybe the current storyline All Might and All for One. Anyone else I don't see winning. And he's coming out with the rest of the villains. And from the heroes we've seen in the villain mansion, I don't think any one of them is strong enough to stop Gigantomachia. So yeah, the heroes have no way of winning unless if Hirkoshi is gonna do the whole bullshit way of winning at the end. Like, I'm talking Azra slicing Irena down in the fairy tale, or any other time when a hero had unbelievable disadvantage, yet they won only because they're the main hero. So I don't think they're gonna win. Now, the ones that are the heroes losing. Now there are several ways you can take it. Who will die and how will this over their retreat? As for the heroes who will die, I feel like Izuku, Bakugo are safe for the most part, because they're the 2 main protagonists and it would be weird if Izuku died and then the whole thing. Izuku and Bakugo are probably not gonna die. Like, maybe Bakugo is, since how is Hirkoshi gonna go through with the whole, who is the number 1 hero, because again, Bakugo and Izuku are rivals, so yeah. But we have those 2 are super safe. As for everyone else, well, I could see Gran Torino dying. I mean, he is a bit of the old mentor type figure, they do end up dying. Endeavor, since the connection he has with Darby, I feel like until Darby shows up, so if the heroes don't retreat before Gigantomachia shows up with the League of Villains, I don't think he was going to die just yet. Eryuko, she might survive because she's already unconscious. Just Aizawa, I can see him dying to like give an extra amount of like, oh, you try to save him but you fail, like an extra amount of shit, shit type of victory. I mean, there's no real. I mean, guy, you could say he will survive so he could train the next generation, but who knows, really? As for people like Rocklock, Kissy Nathan, Manuel, they can die. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they do die. They're basically like crossed at this point. So, yeah, it's for all the heroes who are at the find the near end normals. No one outside Burner, we don't know anyone of them, so unless if Burnham's body convinces us, I don't think there will be anyone who would really care that much about them. The villain mention. Honestly, I can't see the heroes kinda. Honestly, I don't think anyone major there will die. Because, I mean, there has to be some realisticness in power. And if, let's say, the only ones left are a handful of students and a handful of. Yeah, actually, it'll just be a handful of students and sidekicks. I feel like we're not going to get that. Oh, I forgot about Paisan Mike. He's currently dealing with Ujiko, so I realize if he knocks him out and comes to help, I don't think he's in danger zone. Although maybe he is because he's with Ujiko, and Shugaku will probably go save his master's, doctor. So yeah. Yeah, I don't. The ones I'm the most concerned about are Endeavor and Aizawa, because they're the two most whose death would be the most meaningful. While everyone else could probably die. So yeah. Now as for escape, well, it is possible they could escape. It's just Shigaki's a little too intelligent right now to really let something like that happen. Like, we first thought that he was going to be like mindlessly following One for All, but we but he's shown that he's intelligent. Like, when he, for example, that aircraft he did to destroy the signal communication. Not only he did that, but he also ended at a near high enormous for them to show up and attack. So clearly he isn't blindly focused on I must get one for all. I must get one for all as his only target. He just honestly is more playing around and alright, the thing enough isn't my final plan. However, maybe we're gonna get to reveal the reason why he's not focusing on killing Endeavor is because I promised you death to Darby. So yeah, who knows really. Now, there's a theory going around that Eri and is gonna heal All Might, so he'll show up in the battle to like to complete the whole prophecy that Nara was saying about All Might dying. I could definitely see that being possible, since I do believe it was stated that Ares quirk rewinds people back into their previous forms, and honestly, maybe she could be like a temperamental thing. Like, he only has like, maybe she could revert him to like before he got the scar. Maybe it's gonna be the form where he got the scar and he was like only able to like be 3 hours or 4 hours was it when he was able to save people or be a hero. So that's all possible, but I'm not exactly sure. Hell, maybe, although now I think about it, maybe that would be a way to get rid of Izuku's whole one for thing. I mean, just have previous form All Might with the power of All for One, and maybe Izuku sure can take that a bit and get some of that boost. I'm not exactly sure how that will go, but it's possible, and how that could be one of the way how anyone can escape. Like, I mean, how that would actually be kind of a big, like, oh shit moment for the entirety of Japan. Like, I mean, if Endeavor falls, people were kind of like liking him, kind of the symbol of power, and kind of they were liking him. But and I feel like if he fall, people would kind of, oh shit, we need a new replacement. But if All Might fails, then that's like not even All Might was able to save us. All Might went past his limits to come and to save us once again, but he failed. We are doomed. I feel like that would be possible, and that would explain why Hikoshi has Eri and All Might looking at what's going on, but I'm not exactly sure. I mean, granted, the whole conversation and the meeting could still happen later on, but I'm not exactly sure. It's sure if it happened. The best thing, so honestly, the best thing that I expect right now to happen is like Shigaraki pretty much saying, alright, do you people really think this will work? And like someone sacrifices himself to hold Shigaraki back, and then all the heroes retreat away. Not sure how long that will actually work, and the whole Shigaraki's quirks, but that's honestly the best way I can see this ending. Maybe it's gonna be something like maybe that whole 75% completion before finish will like kind of have like a big hit. Like maybe he was gonna pretty much defeat everyone, but then suddenly, he'll get a hit in the stomach or something where he'll be able, and then he'll kind of like plans out derailing, and then maybe he'll just going to be like, you know what, I can't. This non-completion thing is time to be effective, huh? And he'll be like, hey, Mo, was that the name of Shiraki's previous dog? I'm just gonna call this high number the name that Shiraki's previous dog was, and I believe it was Mo or Mu or something. I don't know. And then he'll go on ham and write and then have the dog find Ujiko, but President will probably retreat or hopelessly try to beat her. Maybe he'll sacrifice himself. But Ujiko will be rescued by Shigaraki, and then they meet up with Jigatamaka and everyone, and maybe that's going to happen. It's possible. As for the mansion rates, I feel like I should mention it more. Jigatamaka will show up. I feel like he'll just grab all the legal villains, even twice his corpse. He might also grab Giron, Ridastro, and Gatan, since Giron is more of a League of Legends member than a Paranormal Liberation Fund member, and Ridastro and Gatan have proven themselves to be powerful characters. And I mean, Trumpet and Skeptic are good too, but the Trumpet is Skeptic. Trumpet is probably one of the least developed villains in the entire combination of Paranormal Liberation, League of Villains, and Midnight Liberation Army. And Skeptic is okay, but I don't really see that big of a usefulness for him. Maybe you also got some advisors, since, you know, they're apparently really strong, even though they're mostly not all the ones we've seen or got defeated, or just, yeah, pretty much all of them were defeated. I think, yeah, Sligo was defeated, the guy with Electric Quirk was defeated, I believe 2 Elders were defeated, or maybe 3, no, I think it was 2. Then another one, then the guy with the one who looked kind of like a weird combination of a human skull and some kind of a flute or something, I don't know, with holes over his body, was also defeated by Gangwalker. So, well, actually I think he was just being held by his neck, so maybe he will come back, but yeah, I don't think he will. But yeah. So I think that Jordan Walker will just grab everyone and come there, and then they'll just meet up, and then they'll, I don't know, start their new Paranormal Liberation Fund, or just like change the name to back to League of Villains. I mean, at the end of the day, like Shigaraki stated, it doesn't matter the name, the matters is the message. So let's just go wild. After that, I feel like he'll probably either go hunt down Izuku, or go into the UA High, or he'll go into Tardres to get All-For-One and maybe some other villains. I mean, that's gonna be the new version of the League of Villains, because it's just a bunch of high-level villains. As for the whole thing, as for how many arcs, I do agree with the idea that a lot of people are pointing out that maybe it's gonna be like Naruto, where it was first part one Naruto and then it was Naruto Shippuden. I mean, I can imagine something like this being the thing. Like they end this part of the story with the heroes running away into America, which would make sense since American heroes do seem to be extremely powerful, and the villains take over Japan, and then basically it's American heroes versus villains, country numbers, fighting each other. I think that makes sense. But yeah. Anyways, I hope you're gonna tell me in the comments below what you think is going to happen in the current arc, how you think it's gonna end, and all that. I hope you like this video. I hope you're gonna like and subscribe to this channel for more videos in the future. And with that said, I cannot wait to see all you people next time. Bye.